Hallo.
Dear reader, allow me to introduce you to my book. Though it might at first appear like many books you've come across, it is far from ordinary. You may, therefore, have some misunderstandings about its nature. The story that awaits you has not been fully told. In fact, its conclusion is not yet known, even to myself. It is in that way that my book is special. It is in that way that you are special. Without you, there is no story. Chapter 1. Normal isn't what it used to be. This is a story about change. Nestled in a shallow valley is the town of Beacon Pines. Far from the town square, across the river, past the neglected welcome sign, a young boy walks alone at dawn. His name is Luca Van Horn, and like you, dear reader, he's here for a reason.
Hey, Dad. How are things going? Today's the first day of summer vacation. I start middle school next year, I guess. I was 6 years old when you died. And it's been 6 years now. From here on out, you'll have been gone longer than you were here. It feels like that should mean something. Mom always said that this tree was your favorite spot in the world. Me too. Hey, Luca. I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo was Luca's closest friend. He possessed many fine qualities, but subtlety was not one of them.
Well, after I banged on your door till your gran answered, and after I checked the pond and climbed up to the treehouse, then I knew I'd find you here.
Rollo finally noticed the tears welling in his friend's eyes and the flowers on the grave.
Oh yeah, right. You and your mom always did this on your dad's birthday. Yeah. I didn't know if you were going to keep doing it now that your mom's gone too. Der ist echt nicht sehr feinfühlig. She's not gone. She's just missing. Sorry, I meant to say since she went missing. She's gonna come back, Rollo. Of course she is. Okay, Dad. See you next time. I think I'm ready to get out of here. Sure, lead the way. Noch irgendwas zum Interagieren? Du versteckt. Ich kann springen. Wie süß. Tja.
Wonderful! I had a good feeling about you from the moment you opened my book. That charm is a very special thing. Very special indeed. Keep hold of it for now. Its purpose will reveal itself soon enough.
Sind sie alle wieder da? Die kommen alle wieder. So schnell kann ich die gar nicht wegmachen. Nein! Da wollte ich nicht hin. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the whole reason I was looking for you. I was wondering if you'd ever get to that. I found the perfect way to start our summer. How's that?
Hello, look to the side suspiciously.
Ja, und jetzt ist halt wieder. Mein Ohr ist wieder zu, teilweise. Nervt. Not here. They might be watching. They who? Shh, not so loud. We need to do this in a secure location. Mission control. Alright. I just have to tell Gran and then we can head out. What are you gonna tell her? I don't know. I think of something. If it's all the same to you, I'll meet you at the welcome sign. Your Gran still kinda wigs me out. I don't do well with new people. She moved in like half a year ago. Just meet me at the sign when you're done. Suit yourself. I won't be long. Tell Gran before heading out with Rolo. Hello? Okay. Aha. Ganz schön Schnatz, wie er da steht. Das ist einfach eine Brille, weil er ist so cool. Er ist so cool.
Dear reader, forgive me for this interlude. Remember that charm you found in the dandelion patch? There are more of those special charms to discover throughout Beacon Pines. They've been known to reveal themselves to those who are willing. Some of them can be found in this very house.
Mhm. Die Musik ist schön.
Just some dusty knickknacks. Since Gran had moved in, the house was more peaceful, more orderly, and more covered in flowery fabric.
Mhm.
Gran had already lit the fire. She kept a warm house, as if by grandmotherly obligation. One of his father's old stethoscopes. Luca had spent countless hours listening to anything and everything with it. Not for years, though.
Hm. Ponder. Oh, wie er vom Sitz runterrutscht.
Luca paused at his parents' bedroom door. He just wasn't ready to go in yet. Gran had commandeered the upstairs closet when she moved in. Some things need shelter from a young boy's mischief, she said.
Hide. Okay. Das ist mein Zimmer wahrscheinlich. Und Granny schläft bei mir im Zimmer.
Tossed on his favorite old sweater.
Sein Zimmer, nicht mein.
Even though it was the first day of summer, a chill still hung in the air.
Chill. Okay.
Gran's moving in meant that most of Luca's things had been crammed in the corner. Luca was somewhat annoyed by the situation. Gran's bed was undisturbed. Luca didn't mind that she had a habit of falling asleep in front of the fireplace. It meant that he could read late into the night.
So was.
array of prepared meals crowded the refrigerator, each labeled with a day of the week.
Ey, machst du den mal wieder zu?
A pair of dull scissors, a broken can opener, a mostly empty bottle of glue, and some loose string.
Dank. Ganz schön viele.
The only piece of furniture Gran had brought when she moved in was an...
Oh, ein Old Hutch. Entschuldigung. Ich wollte sie nicht unterbrechen. Hä, wo ist sie denn? Habe ich den Raum übersehen?
Oh my! This is
hinterm
quite
Haus.
exciting! I am now certain that you are the one I've been waiting for all these years. You'll recall I was a bit coy regarding the use of charms earlier. Excuse me, I tend to have a flair for the dramatic. You are about to encounter your first turning point. There are certain times in this tale when everything hinges on a single word. Step forth, dear reader.
Sowas.
A sturdy old wheelbarrow. Young Luca would spend hours hiding in the bushes, waiting for a chance to jump out and startle his mother. She always enjoyed humoring him by feigning terror. A beginner's guide to gardening laid open on the bench.
Süßes Hütchen ist das.
On the other hand, I suppose there's no reason to rush things. Gran will be waiting when you return.
Ich wollte ja gar nicht reingehen. Es war ja aus Versehen. Die Blume hier sieht verdächtig aus. Hat die lange Haare. Hey, Gran. I'm gonna go hang with Rolo for the day. See you later. Hold up now. Where are you and Rolo headed exactly? Oh, nowhere
The
special.
less Gran knew, the better for everyone involved.
We're just gonna go... chill for the day. Ponder? Was? Ich weiß nicht genau, was Ponder heißt. Ich muss es kurz googeln. Also, ich kann es mir jetzt gerade nicht zusammenreimen. Ach so. Nachdenken. Ja, sieht man ja. Hide. Huch! What?
We were just gonna go chill for the day.
Warum ist gerade mein Licht ange... Cleo, bist du gegen den Lichtschalter gekommen? Mein Licht ist angegangen.
The best lies are built on truth.
You boys are always in a hurry to do nothing. We stick to what we're good at. Well, make sure you're done chilling in time for supper.
Easy. Impressive.
Sie uns
You've
wegschickt.
managed to navigate your first turning point without too much of a mess. That is the power of charms. A single word can change everything. I think it's time to introduce you to the Chronicle.
Mhm. Die Steuerung ist nicht ganz übereinstimmend mit
The
meinem
Chronicle is a record
Controller.
of the decisions you've made.
Aha.
You can see the turning point which has been revealed. At any time, you can use the Chronicle to go back and invoke different charms, creating new branches.
Mhm.
Luckily for us, this is the one and only turning point where the charms won't dramatically alter fate. It's the perfect opportunity to experiment with rewriting things.
Ha.
gonna go hide for the day.
Hide?
Traditionally, when one is trying to hide something, they avoid literally using the word hide.
Yeah, I guess Rollo bet some other kids that we could beat them at hide and seek. Aren't you a little old for that? Man ist nie zu alt für hide and seek. Verstecken. Das ist das deutsche Wort gerade nicht eingefallen. It's not like there's much else to do around here. Well, make sure you boys are done playing your little game in time for supper.
All's well that ends well.
Möchte... Nein! Ah, ich dachte gerade, ich hätte was falsch gemacht. Sonst geht weiter, aber nee.
We were just gonna go ponder for the day.
Oh, really? What are you boys going to ponder on such a lovely day exactly?
This was Luca's chance to sell his alibi.
You know, big stuff, small stuff, medium, mostly medium pondering.
Nailed it.
Well, make sure you're done overburn yourself with the preponderance of pondering. Huh? Oh, forget it. Off with you now. Ha. Ich weiß nicht, welche ich jetzt am besten finde. Ich glaube, ich bleibe trotzdem mal bei der vorherigen. Was heißt back? Ich bleib bei der vorherigen. Ich bleib bei der Chill.
We were just gonna go chill for the day. The best lies are built on easy.
Easy. Yay. Oh, and Luca? You and Rollo stay out of trouble. I know. Get into trouble with Rollo. Sehr schön. Auch so direkt. Oh, come on! Woo! Dang it, Rollo.
For a town that saw few visitors, the welcome was perhaps more grand than necessary.
Cleo, kannst du wieder das Licht ausmachen? Moment. Dickarsch hat mit ihrem Arsch das Licht angemacht. Ja, du musst da aufpassen, da ist ein Schalter. Jetzt setzt sich genau da wieder hin. Wenn ich nachher schlafen gehe und du machst das Licht an, Fräulein. Dann verstecke ich dich unter meiner Decke. Wo geht's dann dahin?
The road leading to Beacon Pines was long and
Uninspiring.
uninspiring. A sort of natural barrier for the impatient.
Bis jetzt ist es cute. You know the drill. Don't let anyone discover our secret path.
Chapter 2. Welcome to Beacon Pines. For many years, this valley had been a small mining outpost. It wasn't until Sharper Valentine built his fertilizer company that Beacon Pines was established. Over the next 30 years, the town had grown and prospered until the foul harvest and his sudden death. In the 6 years since, everyone was simply trying to get by.
Hey, Mr. Kerr. Hey there, pal.
Kerr was the CEO of Perennial Harvest Company. He had become a fixture around town over the past few years. After the failing of Valentine fertilizer, the town was hungry to welcome a new source of employment.
Excited for the big festival? Sure. Come on now. When I was your age, there was nothing more exciting than a town festival. The food, the music, the dancing. Sounds pretty alright. Yeah, gosh dang right it is. I'm looking forward of letting off. Looking forward to letting off some steam myself. Make sure to invite all of your little friends. I couldn't keep Rollo away if I tried. Excellent. Sorry, Luca. I've gotta get back to the proverbial grindstone. Our harvest awaits and all that. Oh no! The left side's a little low. Okay. Sorry, young Mr. Van Horn. Can't talk now. Very busy with preparations.
Mayor Augustus Valentine was not busy.
Steht nur rum. Oh, sorry, guys. How many times do I... It's Mayor Valentine...
Flustered, Gus instinctively loosened his tie.
Keep up the good work. I must briefly attend to a concerned citizen. Huh? It's nothing. Keep at it. Alright, that can the mayor of Beacon... That kann ich mir lesen. Alright, what can the mayor of Beacon Pines do for you today? Just saying hi, I guess. Well. Good day to you too, young Mr. Van Horn. Cool an den Pfosten legen. Der Pfosten ist halt nur halb so cool wie ich. Ah. Interessant. Alright. Rollo's waiting up at the treehouse. Mr. Van Horn, do you have a moment? It's just Luca. Jolly, I'm sorry. It's my first week in Perennial Harvest.
He pulled a pen from the pocket of his sweater vest and began to frantically jot something down on a clipboard.
Wonderful. It won't happen again. If we are going to be on a first name basis, then you can call me Pete. Oh, nice. Nice to meet you, Pete. Sorry, what are you writing? Oh, just documenting. Gosh, Gosh, it's exciting to be a part of something so darn special. You know, it's not just about new fountains and phone booths. We are gonna change the world. And it all starts here in Beacon Pines. Isn't that amazing? Huh? Anyway, I'd better get... Oh, that reminds me... We'd love to hear your thoughts. My thoughts? You bet. If we're gonna change this town, we need to get every detail right. That sounds intense. Ha ha ha. Changing the world is intense. So what do you say? Could you answer a few questions? Well, I guess if it's quick. Wonderful. Open to answering a few quick questions. One done. See, it's not that hard, is it? Oh, okay. We're going already. Question 2. What is something you love about Beacon Pines? I've never really thought about it before. Perfect. It's the only place I've lived. See? That wasn't so painful.
Pete stopped scribbling and glanced up from the clipboard.
The fuck? Was it? I guess not. Hussa! Our first 3 questions answered in record time. Are you literally writing down everything? Thank you so much for your time. I need to process these answers. We can save the rest of your thoughts for later. Okay. Our harvest awaits. Interessant. Hallo. Ich erschreckt. Come on, Andy, grab his wallet. I'm sorry, Iggy, I can't. Do it or we pound ya. Yep. Yeah, but my mom said... But... I have had a nickel for every yeah, but... If I had a nickel for every yeah, but... I'd be the freaking king of nickels. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. Hey, Mr. Sinclair.
Mr. Sinclair continued snoring and lifted one eyelid just enough to see who it was, a tactic he often used to avoid undesirable conversation.
Yoo-hoo, Mr. Sinclair. But don't you see I'm sleeping, boy? How's the napping today? Crummy as always. Used to have a perfectly nice view from here. Till perennial harvest put that monstrosity of a building in the way. Why don't you just move your chair a bit? Why should I be the one that moves? If it's a showdown they want, I ain't gonna be the one who blinks. Okay. Das war's, ne? Old Pickler's Pond. Mission control. Authorized personnel only. Hey Jetson. Is the line playing any tunes today? No bites this morning, I'm afraid. Come to think of it, I can't remember the last time I reeled one in. But hey, it was never about the catch. This is where I come to think. Yeah, that's what my dad used to do here. That reminds me, if you ever want his chair back, I've taken to standing recently. Keeps me from falling asleep at the reel. If you don't mind, I think I should stay. It should stay. Not at all. An empty chair makes for a great listener. Oh.
Whenever Luca saw his dad's chair by the pond,
Oh.
it reminded him of the days they'd pack up a couple of sandwiches and fish until sundown.
Ah, hast du runtergeschmissen, ne? Ja, super. Oh.
Luca opened the tackle box and picked the perfect bait.
Hä? Tickle oder Junk? The bait? Tickle oder Junk?
Luca gently baited a feather onto the hook,
Oh.
for skimming the surface.
Give it a good cast now. Ah, ich muss es selber einziehen. Ah! Easy there, Buckaroo. Buckaroo. You don't know your own strength.
Luca
Nochmal.
gently baited a feather onto the hook, good for skimming the surface.
Nochmal. Quietscheentchen. Well, I'll be switched. It's your old rubber duck. You were just a little drooling ball of fur when you lost that. Cried for days. I told ya it'd return. It'd return up. Nicht return. Turn up. Hehe. Hehe. Kann ich mit dem interagieren? Quietschhörnchen? Nee.
Luca tied a shoestring to the hook. What fish could resist a nice shoestring?
Ja, keiner. Das ist Optimale. Ein Schuh. Where do you think the other one is? Hard to say. Sometimes things drift away. That's not fair. No, it's not. Well, wherever it is, I hope that other boot at least has a sock to keep it company.
Luca gently baited it. Good for skimming the...
Noch ein Quietschentchen. Das ist das gleiche Quietschentchen. Ich glaube, man kann nichts mehr bekommen, außer die 2. Oh. Ich wollte noch gar nicht aus der Erinnerung rausgehen. Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more?
Luca tied a shoestring to the... What fish could...
Ich gehe aber jetzt raus. Kann ich jetzt wieder reingehen? Nee. Kriege ich dafür auch was? Ein bisschen tricky hier. Ich glaube, ich krieg da nichts für. Schade.
The boys had a good thing going, as long as they kept old Jeff happy. They had an endless source of precious materials to add to the treehouse. After Luca's father had passed, Rollo became obsessed with them building their own Hank atomic star scraper. It was some time before Luca realized it was Rollo's way of keeping him occupied.
Oopsie.
On certain nights, when the clouds were just right, the boys could tune into strange patterns of static. Rollo thinks it's aliens. He always thinks it's aliens.
Woo!
Luca looked up at the satellite dish. Rollo nearly killed himself putting that up into the tree.
Pull!
While it didn't turn the radio into an interstellar communicator, as he'd hoped, it did at least boost the signal enough to overhear truckers one town over. Luca's winter coat decommissioned for the summer. With the cold holding out longer than usual, he reconsidered its usefulness.
Okay, what's this top secret plan to start our summer? So, you know, the abandoned warehouse by my place? The old Valentine building? Yeah, well, it isn't abandoned. What makes you think that? Get this. Last night it was glowing. Glowing? Are you sure? Kinda. That place has been empty since the foul harvest. Yeah. Who would even want to poke around that place? We would, Rollo. We would. Wait. It's just a busted old warehouse. I just meant we could do some research at the library. You wanna actually go to the warehouse? What do you expect to find? Answers. My mom's out there somewhere, and it seems like everyone wants to pretend that she's gone for good. You don't have to come, Rollo, if you don't want to. Luca, remember that time I sort of accidentally burnt down the chicken coop? And you jumped in and said it was your fault before my part throttled me? This is a flaming chicken coop sort of deal. I've got your back. Thanks, Rollo. Now that I think about it, so poking around the decrepit fertilizer warehouse is exactly how I want to spend the first day of summer. Let's go! Oopsie. I'm just catching my breath a bit. Go on, I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Meine Fresse.
Luca could see the morning regulars nestled in their booths at the early bean.
Town Hall. Last Chance Diner. The Beacon.
Holden Wilder read
Nee,
the local paper of
Heken.
record.
Der Heken steht da.
The Beacon.
Nein, da steht Heken. Das sind H's, keine B's. Hey, Mr. Wilder. Morning, Luca. What's the day have in store for you? I was wondering if you heard any news about... News? The Beacon knows the news that needs knowing. Any news about the old fertilizer warehouse? Nope. No. Rollo thought he saw some lights there last night. Rollo. Ought to be careful poking around that part of town. The winds of change are blowing. And change is a dangerous animal. Change. Luca, just the fella I was looking for. Hey Roxy, what's up?
Oh, right. Rendezvous with Roxy. This is an important turning point.
Da wollte ich noch gar nicht hin.
The first time where your charms will change the course of fate. And currently, we only have one suitable charm at our disposal. Have no fear, we can always return later using the Chronicle once we find more charms. Well, now I'm just rambling. Where were we?
Have you seen my blockhead brother today? He skipped out before breakfast. Well, not really, no. Can't say I have. Can't say or won't say. Roxy, would I lie to you? Luca, wait up! I almost forgot to tell you. Roxy might be lurking around here. This is one of her favorite places to stand around and be useless. Rollo. So we need to make sure that she doesn't spot us. Rollo. Why are you doing that turning thing with your body? What, you're not scared, are you? She's harmless. And a chomp. And she's right around that corner, isn't she? Don't mind me. Just over here lurking uselessly. Oh, hey, sis. Nice weather we're having, eh? I couldn't help but notice you snuck out this morning before breakfast. Wasn't hungry. Also couldn't help but notice your morning chores were left unchored. Roxy, I'm gonna level with you. I'm sick and tired of digging up carrots. We all gotta pick up the slack since the foul harvest. Almost every carrot I dig up is rotten. And the rest look like they were hit with Hank Atomic's shrink array. All the more reason to keep on digging. There's gotta be more to life than puny carrots. Look, Roxy, Luca and I have places to be, so if you don't mind... Oh, I do mind. I'm not gonna catch hell again because of you. So either you march yourself home and harvest those carrots, or I haul you home myself.
Rollo froze as Roxy took a step toward him, cracking her knuckles. Luca knew he had one chance to save his friend from being dragged home.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little...
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Come on, Roxy. It's the first day of summer. The sun's shining and we just want to take it easy. Let's leave tomorrow's problems for tomorrow. That's great and all, but Rollo's problems have a way of becoming my problems. And Pa always says tomorrow's work is best left for yesterday. March, you big oaf. Aw, rats. I expect a full report about the Valentine place. A full report! Aw. So, Fitz, what are you up to this lovely day? Nope. Cool, cool, cool. Ich wollte nicht dahin gehen, das war aus Versehen.
Miss Hatch could often be found near the fountain, too absorbed in a book to be distracted.
Oh. Ich könnte auch so absorbed in einem Buch sein. The two wandered down the wooded path, unaware of the danger ahead. Oh, this is getting good. Hey, Mrs. Nelson. Morning, Luca. Any big plans for the summer? Not really. Heard anything about the old fertilizer warehouse? Any strange happenings? Can't say I have. Either way, a dusty old warehouse is no place for a young boy. You be safe now. Kann ich mir die Fountain angucken? Nee. Piper? Oh, hey, Luca, what's up? You know, it's summer break, right? Of course. And it's like the morning. Correct. And you're studying? Like they say, the early bird gets the proper education required for a successful and fulfilling career later in life. Hey, Zaria. Hi, Luca. Hiya, Luca. Could you please tell this lazy butt to help out in the cafe? Lumi? Zaria would like you to... Luca, let me give you a little gem of advice. If you never do what you don't love, then you'll never work a day in your life. Wow. You're really setting the kind up for success. The kid, nicht the kind. Es war leider ein bisschen wahr. Wo ist denn die Fabrik? Ist die hier rechts oder links? Rechts oder unten? Sharper Valentine, founder of Beacon Pines. Never underestimate what a great man can do given time. Sharper Valentine.
Did much, if you ask me.
Indulgent. Noch mehr. No touching! Smack! Er läuft sogar drum rum. Hey Griffin, how's the ice cream gig going? Not great. It's still pretty cold out. And I'm in the business of selling cold. I'm sure things will warm up soon. Mr. Tolliver's not at his grocery stand. He's preparing for the festival, I guess. Gotcha. Hey, Bert. Hi, Luca. I'm doing some fact-checking for the town history exhibit. Look, kid. I'm just here to put up the lights. But did you know when the town was founded there were only 7 citizens? And they all worked for a mining company. And there was only one dirt road leading to town. And there still is only one road leading to town. All right. Schön. Entschuldigung. Hey, Solomon. Apologies, no time for chit-chat. Huh.
Jeff's hardware closed down about a year ago. The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
Schade. War schon irgendwo. Looks like the library hasn't opened yet. I'll check beta. I'll check back later. I'll check beta. Luca, my boy. Hold up a tick. Oh, hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I was just on my way to... I just sold the last jar of my grandmother's preserve. Can't stock the shelves fast enough, turns out. Hey, that's great. But I'm actually... I guess Juniper will just have to swing by with more of her lovely jam. Uh-huh. Well, don't let this old man slow you down. You just remind her that she still owes me that dance.
A promise Gran regretted the second it was made.
Will do. She's a fine woman, that Juniper. Yeah, she's pretty cool, I guess. A real fine woman. Gotta go. Sweeter. Kann nicht mehr lesen. Sweeter than any gem on earth. Das ist weird. Oh, der macht, der hat einen Drogeriemarkt.
The phone booth was brand new. Part of Perennial Harvest's Beacon Pines Reborn initiative. It didn't see much use.
Ja, kann ich mir vorstellen. Was hat wahrscheinlich niemand draußen irgendwas. Nein, nicht raus.
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. Nein! Oh, hey, Luca. Hey, Joey. How's the bug hunt going? Not great. Bugs have been shy this week. Bugs get shy? Oh, sure, bugs aren't that different from people. Sometimes they just want to be left alone. If you're going into the weepwood, just be careful where you step. No bug crunching, got it.
The path led into a small hollow at the edge of Weepwood.
Oh, no turning back now. Doch. Nein! Hörst du auf! Caution, electrified fence. Is that sign new?
The fence thrummed with a gentle electric buzz.
Okay, so what would Rollo do if he was here?
Luca often asked himself what Rollo would do, so that he could rule out that option.
I'm definitely not touching that thing.
Luca knew that if he gave up now, he'd never hear the end of it from Rollo.
Hä, wieso denn? Ich möchte doch nur zurückgehen, weil ich den Weg nicht gegangen bin. Ah, nein. Wieso tust du mir das an, Spiel?
As sparks flew from the fence, the light atop that section shut off. 2 bulbs remained. One more
That's
to go.
true.
The fence's buzzing gave way to silence.
Okay, moment of truth. Er geht einfach. Ich kann mich nicht mal
Every kid
richtig
in town
umgucken.
knew the old Valentine fertilizer building. Long abandoned, the warehouse once served as the industrial heart of Beacon Pines. Now, it stood only as a reminder of things left behind.
Sieht schon nicht sehr gesund aus hier, ne?
Dormant building showed strange signs of life.
Okay, so Rhoda wasn't exaggerating for once. What's going on? What's going on here?
Only one way to find out. The water looked almost diseased.
Ugh.
It flowed slowly into the woods.
Da ist jemand auf jeden Fall drin. Wow, that smells awful. Too bad Rollo isn't here. He'd have no problem poking around in there.
The hose emitted a subtle sound. It was actively draining some kind of liquid.
Nicht sehr gesunde Liquid, glaube ich. Locked.
Luca thought he heard faint sounds coming from the other side of the door. He pressed his ear against the cold metal to hear better.
A zipper? Footsteps?
The sound of footsteps grew louder.
Hello? Oh. Shit. Shit. Uh-oh.
The heavy steel door knocked Luca to the ground. Disoriented, he looked up to see an imposing figure silhouetted in a green glow. It lunged toward him. He tried to scramble away, but felt a gloved hand latch onto. Luca watched his fingernails leave trails in the dirt as the hand slowly dragged him back through the door, into the lab, into the green light.
This is a story about change.
This is a story about change.
Ich habe keine andere Wahl gehabt.
Change Luca imagined for himself. But change is, after all, a dangerous animal. The end? I probably should have warned you about this. There are many paths that our story can take.
Das war ein schnelles Ende.
Most will end in tragedy. But don't let that discourage you. We will find the ending that this story deserves. I just know it. From here on out, a charm will have a check mark when it's been used to its full potential at a given turning point. Now, let's try something different. In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little shit.
Make a break for it. What have you done? Ah! Did that little shit just kick me? But all you want, you little twerps. You gotta come home eventually. Woo! Sorry. Sorry about that. Rolo can get overexcited sometimes.
Solomon Valentine.
Oh. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass er nicht so ein schönes Leben hat, ne?
And future successor to the Valentine fortune.
Oder er ist ein kleiner Spießer.
Huffed as he brushed off his pants.
A town of complete and utter fools. One words of it's worth taking anything here seriously. One wonders these words. Either way, I'm really sorry. No matter. How are you doing? Me? Yes. With all that business about your mother and whatnot. Oh, I'm getting by. Still no word from her at all. Nope. That is truly a shame. Oh. Your grandmother has taken residence to keep house? Yeah. And how is that going? We mostly stay out of each other's way. You make it sound like she's rarely at home. It's not like that. She just has a lot to do. She's still settling in and trying to figure out how to make ends meet. Indeed. Well, count your blessings. It's better to have a caretaker who is rarely around. Ich kenne das auch nicht. In Layu? Keine Ahnung, of one who tries to compensate with something, smothering you with attention. So that doesn't sound so bad. Trust me when I say, Alter, ich kann nicht mehr lesen. Trust me when I say, it's best to rely on yourself. Family has a way of creating more problems than they solve. Oh. Wir haben ihn aufgehalten, deswegen ist jetzt Solomon
trifled a gesture toward the approaching heiress Valentine.
Speak of the devil. Do not wander off like that. I'm much too busy to be looking all over for you. Apologies, Iris. I was just taking a stroll through town. Strolls are for commoners. You're Valentine now. Now? I want you to be present for the construction of the History Museum. The future of this town relies on its ability to remember our family's great past. Of course. Great past. Ihr habt die ganze Stadt in Ruin getrieben. Oh shoot, Rolo's waiting for me. Kann ich da aber auch wieder nichts machen? Na, wir gucken mal weiter. Oh, Luca, my boy. Hold up a tick. Sorry, Mr. Concrete. Kinda in a hurry right now. Ooh. Oh. Boy's got too much of his father in him. Pass du bitte auf? Gut, nicht ausmachen. I win! Little help? Ist er gegen den Zaun gerannt? The champion! We were racing? Did the road get longer? Like anything ever changes around here. It seemed longer. You're just lightheaded from the run. You really need to pace yourself better next time. Not sure why I would take advice from second place. Has that sign always been there? Wait, what? Caution, electrified fence. No, that's definitely new. Creepy. How are you gonna get around an electric fence? Don't worry, I've got this. Why did you do that? Always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Nicht Pa. Pa always says you can figure out what the plan was when you're done. Ah, schön. Great. What now? Well, I did my part and established that touching the fence is bad. Bad. That nicht kann ich lesen. I'm sure you can handle it from here. I'll supervise. From a safe distance. Hätte ich auch, da kann man auch hingehen. Property of Valentine Fertilizer Company. Looks old. Sieht auch nicht so super aus, ne? Super gesund. Hier ist auch nichts, was man sonst machen kann. Okay, die funktioniert nicht. Wow, you're a genius. Oh. I think that did it. Luca. You never fail to impress. Meine Fresse. Sorry, ich habe mich gerade...
As the glowing windows of the old warehouse came into view, Rollo began to bounce excitedly.
Check it out. Hoppala. Dang, Rollo. You weren't exaggerating for once. Was there ever any doubt? This definitely needs investigating. Good thing 2 ace detectives are on the case. This is bizarre. This is awesome. Wow. Rumble! Did you feel that? What? The excitement in the air? You bet your butt I did. Check out this puddle! That's not normal. And his hose! Ein bisschen sehr... Oh man, the door's locked. Try harder. Katastrophe mit dem. No dice, it won't budge. Oh well. This dumpster's new, right? I bet it's got stuff in it. I can't really see what's in there. Who did all of this? My nose is itching. I think I smell some treasure. Are you sure that isn't the hazardous waste? Just help me get in, Rollo. It would be my honor to throw you in the trash. Okay. Come on, Lady Luck. So, what's in there? Let's see. There's a squishy bag of squish. Wow. A good inch of stagnant sludge. Keine Ahnung. Your natural habitat. Wait. Hold the phone. Hold 2 phones. Check these bad boys out. Walkie-talkies? Are those... Ich hab den Stuhl extra... Ich hab den Stuhl mit Anti-Katzenspray, mit Katzenabwehrspray eingesprüht. Denkt ihr... Hallo, das ist mein Mund. Lass das. Lass deine Schnauze aus meinem Mund. Denkt ihr, das würde irgendwas bringen? Nein. Ich spring trotzdem drauf. Was ist falsch mit dir? Du gehst mittlerweile auch wieder in die Küche, ne? Obwohl du das nicht sollst. Aber sie geht immer wieder raus, wenn ich sag, geh raus. Rennt sie panisch weg. Rennst du panisch weg, ne? Ja, du panische kleine Maus. Dann haben wir gekuschelt. Ich habe ihre Pfoten gehalten mit meinen Daumen. Dann habe ich... Warum riechst du so komisch? Dann habe ich sie gekrault am Kopf und sie hat mit ihren Pfoten immer mit den Krallen meinen Daumen umklammert. Statt mein T-Shirt zu zerreißen. So. Walkie-talkies! Just like Hank Atomic Communicators. Do these actually work? Ground command to Hank Atomic. Hank, do you read me? This is Hank Atomic. Ground command. You're coming in 5x5. How are your vital readouts, Hank? It's getting a little stuffy in here. Requesting assistance from evac. For evac. Help is on the way. What was that? Someone's coming. Give me your hand. I'm trying. My hands are covered in squish. Scoot over. I'm coming in. Oha. Tell me you saw that? Dude, I don't know what I saw. He's coming back. Get down. Uh-oh. ist das denn? Sieht aus wie ein Körper.
The boy sat petrified under the weight of the bag.
Oh god, tell me that's not what I think it is. Luca, do you know what separates run-of-the-mill detective from ace detective? A ridiculous head? When the chips are down, ace detectives dig deeper for clues.
Felt around at the large sack which burdened them.
Uh-huh.
He snapped off a tag from just within a small zipper opening in the bag.
It's some sort of badge or something. What's it say?
Willow held the badge up to a faint shaft of light within the dumpster.
Dr. Prescott, Deep Engineering. It's a name tag. Who would throw away a bag full of slimy old name tags? I think it's just one name tag in a bag full of something else. Okay. I think we should make a break for it. Stay calm. This is no time to panic. I'm not panicking! You're panicking! Rollo, calm down. You don't have to squeeze your hands so hard. My hand so hard. Dude, I am not holding your hand. Quit messing around. What other slime-covered hand would be in here? Ah! Ah! Okay. Zuckt noch. Am I beginning to see the benefits of our run for our lives plan? Of your, nicht our. Right. We've clearly established that I'm faster than you, so I'll go first. Why not go together? Blaming chicken coop, Luca. I'll make sure the coast is clear. After I go, count to 100. If you hear me yell, run. If you don't hear me yell, run. Actually, either way, haul ass. Rollo, I'll give you credit. You sure found an eventful way to start our summer. It's what I do. Well, here goes nothing.
Lucas sat in the dark, tracking the sound of Rollo's footsteps as he ran. 1, 2, 3. He pressed his ear to the dumpster wall, straining to hear Rollo's footsteps as they faded away. 15, 16, 17. He tried not to think about the contents of the dumpster as he counted. 35, 36, 37. The thick stench made it hard to breathe. Screw it, that's long enough. Luca carefully lifted the lid and peered out. Nothing. No sign of Rollo. No sign of the man in the yellow suit. Time to haul ass. Luca clambered from the dumpster, stumbling to his knees. He was up like a shot and running, sprinting toward home as fast as he could. Beacon Pines flew by, blurred by the tears that welled up in his eyes. He wouldn't remember getting home at all that night. Throwing his front door open, storming up the stairs to his room and surrendering to sleep almost as abruptly as he hit his pillow. Chapter 3. Finding a friend. The next morning, it was quieter than usual at the breakfast table. Only the sound of silverware and chewing interrupted the awkward silence.
I finished jarring a mess of jam last night. Uh-huh. So that'll need to get delivered into town today. Okay. So what did you and Rollo get up to yesterday? Nothing interesting. Hello? Calm down. No, of course it was the right thing to do. Start gathering fox. I'll be right there. Are you sure there isn't anything you want to tell me about yesterday? Anything I want to tell you? Not really. We just sort of ran around a bit.
Gran's brow furrowed. She let out a long sigh. Her voice was quiet and even.
I have to go take care of something. You are to stay in this house for the day. Under no circumstance are you to leave. What? If I'm not back by dinner, Dinah, there's stew in the icebox. But nothing. You are to stay here, understand? Yeah. Say it. I'll stay here till you get back. Good. Well, that was strange.
A faint electronic sound floated in the air.
Is it coming from upstairs? Einfach alles offen lassen und Hello? Is anyone there? Das hört sich an, als wäre es das Walkie-Talkie. Hello? Rollo, is that you? Over? Strange. Wir haben für jedes Kapitel eigenes Zeugs, ne? Warte. Rumble Shame. Ne, also hier haben wir alle, die wir gefunden haben bisher. Jemand ist an der Tür. Oh. Oh, hey, Roxy. If this is about me accidentally kicking you yesterday, is Rollo here? No. Look at me, Luca. This is serious. Is Rollo here? No, I haven't seen him since yesterday. Rollo didn't come home last night. What?
A pit formed in Luca's stomach.
Where was the last place you saw him? We were playing around in Weep Wood, and then it was late and we went home. Weep Wood, if he's alive, I am going to kill that little creep. Is there anything else? Anything that he said?
Felt dry.
No, we were just messing around. Okay. I need to go let people know to check the woods. You just stay out of trouble. Go see if he's hiding in the library or something. Wir sollen das Haus nicht verlassen.
His heart beating in his throat.
Rollo. Where are you? Wir widersetzen uns der Oma. Falscher Weg. Hey, bird. Have you seen Rollo? Nope. Thought I've mostly been talking to clipboards. Though I've been mostly talking to clipboards, they're setting up lots of stuff for the festival. This one said he had to process some answers. I told him that it was fine. I'll wait here, right here until he gets back. Okay. Jetzt haben sie ihm hier alles zugestellt. Howdy, Luca. Hello again, Pete. I'm not Pete. I'm silly, you silly goose. It's Toby. He could have fooled me. Well, hey, it's no problemo. The important thing is we'd love to hear your thoughts. Yeah, I'm getting that impression. We are all part of something special, Luca, and it all starts right where the Beacon Pine, right here in Beacon Pines. I got it.
Toby looked up from the clipboard excitedly.
That's right. So how about you start by telling me, look, no offense, but I've got my own stuff to take care of. Ah, you joker. We're all part of this together. You'll let us know when you are free to answer a few questions. So in die Library. Kann ich hier? Hey Jetson. Have you seen Rollo come this way by any chance? Afraid not. He's elusive as the fish is in this here pond. Habe ich noch was Neues?
Luca tied a small magnet to the line, fishing with the law of attraction.
Where do you think the lock is for this key? Now, why would we want to find that? Because then we would know the secret. God, that's no fun. The second we know what it unlocks, it just becomes a boring old key. Right now, this key could unlock anything. Cool.
Luca stuck a toy stretchy hand onto the hook. Those things always get dirty anyway.
Should we give it to Mom? She likes jewelry. That's a sweet thought, Buckaroo. But I'm not sure she'd fully appreciate a pond bracelet. Looks like we could use some new bait. What do you say we head out and find some more? Erstmal chillen. Oops. We really need to get back to work. Just a couple more minutes. If Foxy said she will be here, then she will be here. I just don't see why I'm standing around, doing nothing, and waiting for Roxy, when I could be standing around doing nothing and getting paid for it. Come on, Lumi, Roxy needs our help. Yeah, well, good intentions don't qualify as legal tender. My parents wouldn't listen. No offense, but isn't Rollo always getting into trouble? Something feels different this time. What can we do to help? We need to check where the adults aren't. So I guess it's up to us to check the Weep Woods. Our shift doesn't end for another couple of hours. We could spend the time making posters. That would be great, I guess. Right, Fitz and I will check Weepwood. We'll be back later to pick up the posters. I think my dad has a map of Weepwood. Let's swing by my house and grab it before we head out. Cleo liegt gerade auf der Armlehne meines Stuhls. Mit dem Kopf auf den Pfoten und den Pfoten auf dem Tisch. What's this about a missing child? I must stress that the situation is completely under control. It just all seems so terrible. And you are sure there's nothing we can do to help? Nonsense. Young Mr. Cotter will turn up safe and sound. I am certain. You just focus on settling in. I trust my sister has supplied you with suitable lodgings. Oh yes, Miss Valentine has been more than accommodating. We were just telling our daughter back that... Now, where did she run off to? Upsi. Oh, da war ich eben gar nicht, ja? Hey, Dawn! Is it true about Rollo? Yeah, he didn't come home last night. I wonder if it's connected. Connected to what? I was checking in on reports about increased activity around town. What sort of activity? Windowless trucks, mechanical noises, strange lights. Your typical shady stuff. Who would be doing all that and why? Well, I have a few leads. The Valentine's family is always suspicious. Perennial Harvest certainly has the resources. Do you have any idea where Rollo could be? The best place to start looking is where the trail went cold. Where did you see him last? We were in Weepwood, right by Valentine's fertilizer. I'll check out Weepwood when my shift ends. I do my best work at night. Sie ist hier am Stand den ganzen Tag und schläft. Guess Mrs. Fratelli is getting ready for the festival. Und abends geht sie dann raus, also die Dawn. Den ganzen Tag am Schlafen und abend geht sie dann. Macht sie dann Zeugs. His eyes went wide in disbelief. What do you mean, vanished? That's impossible. Oh my. He doesn't even see the danger he's in. Voila.
A bit much.
Joey, have you seen Rollo around? No, sorry, Luca. I've had my eyes in the dirt looking for beetles. I can't seem to find any. He never came home last night. Do you think it's because it's been colder than normal? I don't see why that would have anything to do with Rollo. No, the beetles! Do you think the temperature confused their circadian rhythm or something? Who's to say? I'm no beetologist. Just keep eye out for him, would ya? Of course. Ja. For him. Dem Beetle?
Luca peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
Da bin ich gar nicht vorbeigekommen. That's strange. Bin ich gar nicht langs gegangen letztes Mal. Hier auch nicht.
Harvest destroyed their wealth and reputation. The Valentines shuttered off their estate from the rest of town. The Valentine mansion loomed over every other building in town, both figuratively and literally.
Wessen Haus ist das denn? Das. Hätte ich wahrscheinlich rausgefunden, wenn ich vorhin nicht in den Wald gegangen wäre. Keep out. Oh, jetzt ist da eine komische Pfütze. Die war gestern eben noch nicht, ne? Dang, they boarded up the way in. Kann ich das mitnehmen? Nee. Ich kann da nicht durchlaufen. Das war vielleicht auch besser so. Aber hier ist ja dann jetzt nichts mehr. Komisch. Aber sollte ich nicht in den... Check the library. Ach so. check the library. Vielleicht sollte ich da auch reingehen. Ich dachte, ich sollte in den Wald gehen. Da ist ein... Was ist das, ein Pinguin?
A peek behind the curtain. The methods and ruminations of Patrick C. Montesquieu, one of the greatest acting minds of our time, by Patrick C. Montesquieu.
Uff.
Sally Seashore's simple succulent sundry.
Sally Seashore? Sagt mir irgendwas.
Luca brushed off a smudge of dust. Or maybe it was flour. 30 recipes so easy you'll doubt it's even edible.
Succulent.
Oh, the
Burger an
cobs
der Hand.
I've eaten. A salad-centric travel guide for the mildly adventurous.
Yuck.
There were rarely any actual new additions, simply a variety of existing content rotated into the front display each week.
Not fooling anyone.
Mycological phosphorescence.
More like my complete loss of interest.
The bottom corner shelf was a dusty array of thick science books. Only one binding was clean enough to read. Cellular Biology and the Chemistry of Mitosis.
Boring. Ist eigentlich gar nicht so boring. Hey, Jace. Oh, hey, Luca. Did Rollo come by? Nope. I was actually surprised. He's usually here early on days when a new issue drops. Rollo's the biggest Hank Atomic fan I know. Besides myself, that is. Well, if he does swing by, tell him to meet me you know where. I don't know where. No, he knows where. Ooh. Roger that, Space Cadet.
The entire top level of the library was devoted to comics, most of which were Hank Atomic and the myriad of lesser revered spin-offs.
Walk around the library.
Kato volunteered at the library during the summers. He wasn't very social, so he'd dedicate each summer to becoming an expert in a single subject, making him a reliable source of very particular knowledge. If you were to ask Kato something he didn't know, he'd escape into the dusty old bookshelves and return with just the right thing.
Hey, Kato.
Kato was lost in his reading. Luca crooked his neck to see the title. Introduction to Melitology.
Oh, hey, Luca. You snuck up on me. Good book? Dunno, just started it.
He gestured to the shelves.
I'm really running out of books I haven't read lately. So now it's on to the wonderful worlds of bees. Turns out bees are pretty cool. For instance, did you know that around 70% of bee species actually live in underground tunnels? Or that if there are two queens in a hive, they will fight to the death for supremacy? Fight to death. That's interesting, but you haven't seen Rollo around recently, have you? Not since yesterday. Keep an eye out of him, okay? Out for him. Sure thing. If I see him, you'll be the first to know. Aha, pun. What sort of monster puts candy behind a locked door? Oh yeah, Mr. Nuncreed works weird hours sometimes. Of course he does. How about you? When do I work? No, what's your name? Luca Van Horn. You new here? Yep, not by
Beck's
choice.
family moved often,
Das ist Beck!
giving her little time to establish any real connections. She would tell you she prefers it that way.
I'm looking for my friend Rolo. He didn't come home last night. So he's missing? I guess so. Like, missing? Does that sort of thing happen a lot around here?
Luca shifted his feet uncomfortably.
Well, that sucks. Yeah. So I should probably get going. Hey, wait up. What?
Beck pulled a coin from her pocket.
I'm coming with you. What? So, says the unlucky penny. Unlucky? Yep, well technically it landed on heads. Leave this kid to find his friend alone. But I always do the opposite. Oh, that's kinda like me and Rolo. I guess Rolo is my unlucky penny. That settles it. A person should never be without their unlucky penny. Let's go find him. The name's Beck. Pleasure to meet you, Beck. I suppose I could use some help. Try to keep up. Kann ich jetzt wieder damit gucken? Nee. Schade. Okay. Hilft sie mir jetzt hier durch? Nee. Ich hätte erst die Library. Ah.
Luca felt a chill as he approached Beck. Her eyes were locked on the strange green liquid. The nearby grass was coated in a fine layer of frost.
Huh. Is this sort of thing normal around here? Because puddles of glowing ooze are definitely not what I expected from this place. I have no idea what that stuff is. Well, the next obvious step is science. And what does science suggest? Poke it with a stick. Ist ja schon ein ganzer Ast, kein Stick mehr.
Beck's eyes widened as flowers grew from the dead wood.
What?
First small buds, which quickly bloomed into vibrant petals.
What the? Cool.
As quickly as they had grown, the flowers began to shrivel and turn gray.
Ja, das dachte ich mir, ne? Das ist der Fertilizer, hat wahrscheinlich ein bisschen zu sehr gewirkt.
Beck dropped the stick with a grunt of disgust.
Okay. So the science tells us this gunk is weird as hell. Yeah, it seems dangerous. Hey Tish, look what the cat dragged in. Yep. I don't have time for this right now, Iggy. Aw, don't say things like that. It hurts Tish's feelings. Ain't that right, Tish? Yup. She looks fine to me. Why, hello. I don't think we have been properly introduced. Iggy's the name. This is my compatriot Tish. Yep. You've probably heard of us. Can't say I have. I'll forgive you just this once, an account of your being new around here. Why would you hang out with this dude? Dud. Dud? Dude? Dud? Oh? He seems pretty alright. Iggy, why do you have to be so... you? Has he even told you that his parents skipped out on him? Shut up. It's true. They got tired of having such a pathetic kid and left him. Iggy, I'm only gonna say this one time. Don't talk about my family. Ha ha ha. Well, look who's grown a backbone now that a girl's around. First, his pop croaked. First, his pops croaked. Then his mom... Pups, nicht pops. Then his mom finally couldn't take it anymore and bounced.
Iggy took a step towards Luca, his sneer lit by the glowing
Was
puddle.
machst du da?
Beck could see tears welling in Luca's eyes.
Ich möchte ihn nicht
His
da
fist
reinschubsen.
clenched. Some things about Beacon Pines were very different from the city, but a bully from a hayseed town is really no different from a city bully. Beck took a deep breath and
Letzte
thought,
Entscheidung für heute. Was machst du da? Was war denn das gerade? Time to bust out the... Oh ne, Tickle... Tickle? Strange?
well, time to bust out the strange.
Oh! Es ist hier in ein Loch getappt. Mir direkt ins Gesicht mit der Nase. Alright, Luca. Looks like you need a little mud bath. What's wrong with you, new kid? We are about to pound your friend.
Beck stared in silence, the only sign of life being the twitch of an eye.
It's weird when people don't talk. Yep. Stop being a weirdo. Hello? Are you some kind of wackadoo? Makes sense, wackadoo travel in packs, say that.
At the sight of Iggy taunting Beck, something in Luca snapped. Iggy's smirk shifted to a look of shock as Luca launched himself into his stomach.
Ah!
Iggy's
Haben wir
clothes
ihn...
were drenched in the glowing ooze.
Oh. You jerk! My clothes are ruined! I'm gonna...
His voice began to slur as he struggled to get up.
struggle. I don't feel so good. Health. I'm sorry, I just... Oh shit. Yup. Genau das wollte ich ja eigentlich nicht. Hätte ich ihn tickeln sollen? Hätte ich ihn einfach tickeln sollen? Kitzelattacke? Scheiße. That was intense. Iggy's gonna be okay, right? Nothing about this seems okay.
The person at the warehouse. This strange ooze and what it did to Iggy. Was Rollo caught up in all of this?
We have to find Rollo. You took the words out of my mouth. Aber hat diese Leiche hatte... Ich sag Leiche in Anführungsstrichen. Diese Leiche hatte auch den Us an sich, ne? Auch das Zeug. Aber mit Luca ist nichts passiert. Whoa there, little buddies. You startled me. What in the dickens are you up to in this part of town? We're just helping look for Rollo. Oh, you haven't heard the good news? Rollo showed up safe and sound a bit ago. Really? So, where was he? It's funny, really. He just got a little turned around in the woods. They can be disorienting, you know? I'm starting to get that impression. Rollo's at his house now, getting some well-deserved rest. Wow, that's a relief. You two should scurry along before you get lost yourselves. Was macht der dann hier hinten? Yeah, come on back. I can't wait to introduce you to Rollo. Oh, that reminds me. Luca, your grandmother was looking for you. She was? She was worried sick. You should march straight home, I guess. Beck, your folks might be getting worried too. I'll walk you home. I need to talk with Nellie about work anyway.
Beck glanced toward Luca.
I guess all's well that ends well. I'll introduce you to Rollo tomorrow. Sure. Glad he's okay. Ich vertraue dem nicht. Was macht er hier hinten? Hat er uns gesucht? Hat er Beck gesucht?
Rollo was safe.
Das
A wave of relief washed over Luca.
haben wir gehört. Wir haben es aber nicht gesehen.
Gran is going to kill me. If he hurried, he might just make it home before sundown. Chapter 4. Our harvest awaits.
Warum sagt ihr das so komisch?
Luca took a deep breath and gingerly opened the door, steeling himself for Gran's wrath.
Gran? I'm home. Everything's fine. Gran? Okay. Speichert es? 22 Uhr gespeichert ist genau jetzt. Perfekt. Ich sage gute Nacht. Ich glaube, es ist eh keiner mehr da, ne? Es ist nicht wirklich jemand da, den ich raiden könnte. Gute Nacht. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Man sieht sich vielleicht morgen.